Hello, 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 everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. As always, go ahead and let me know where you are joining me from. Welcome, everybody. Say hello down in the chat. As you know, I love to engage with you and answer any questions that you have. I am Chrisnatha certified life coach, author, and speaker, and I assist women go from confusion to clarity, and I assist professional women to really gain confidence concerning their business and their career. And so I absolutely love the work that I do, and I love to come on and share with you. So welcome once again. Welcome, welcome. Today, we're going to be talking about daily habits to keep your mindset strong. Daily habits to keep your mindset strong. There are various habits to keep your mind on track throughout the day. We're going to talk about just a few. So I'm going to share that with you. These are some things that I do and some things that you could do, some things that could be helpful to help you stay focused and to keep your mindset strong. Okay, we are bombarded with so much information throughout the day. So it's important that we protect our minds, that we protect our mental health, that we protect all that we are receiving, because there's a lot of information. Okay, so let's just get into it and talk about some habits that's going to help really keep our mindset strong throughout the day. The first one I want to talk about is to block out time. Block out time. That's the first thing we're going to talk about today. It's so imperative that we block time out and that we add ourselves to our schedule. Yes, we have to add ourselves to our schedule. And some of us, we literally have to add ourselves in our schedule and literally put us on our calendar. Okay, so let's start with the beginning of the day. And so when we wake up in the morning, what do we do? And so I'm going to ask you, what are some of the things that you do when you first wake up in the morning? You can go ahead and drop that down in the chat. What are some things that you first do when you open up your eyes in the morning? This is a judge-free zone, so don't worry. Go ahead and let us know. We would love to know what your habits are. What are some things that you do? And most people grab for their cell phone. Most people grab for their cell phone, okay? So if that's you, you're not alone. I know it's super tempting to grab for your cell phone first thing in the morning, right? We're all guilty. I've done it, so I get it. So many of us, we reach for our cell phones early in the morning. I'm encouraging you to try not to do that. Now, I know you're probably checking for the time, right? So I'm encouraging you to use another way of checking the time. Now, I know that way back in the day, we used to have alarm clocks because we didn't have smartphones, right? So we used to have alarm clocks. We'll have a separate clock to tell us the time. And our cell phone was our cell phone. But now we have smartphones and everything's integrated. And so we use our cell phone for so many different purposes. And one of them is to check the time. Okay, so most of us are checking the time in the morning. But if you have another way of checking the time in the morning, then you don't have to necessarily reach for the phone very first thing in the morning. Or if you have another way to set an alarm. Okay, so I'm encouraging you to look into doing that if that's a habit that you're looking to change. Is to maybe get an old school alarm clock. That's right. So there's definitely some ways to work around that. And I want you to also create a positive habit, a practice to start your day. For some of us, it could be prayer, right? Just thanksgiving, thanking God that we woke up and we have another day. For some of us, it's meditation, it's stretching, it may be yoga, or it may be a combination of all of these things. For some of us, it's devotion, prayer and devotion, or one or the other. So there's a lot of things that we either do or can do in the morning. And so that's one of the things is setting up your day in terms of keeping your mindset strong and focused. You want to start in a way in which if it's possible to not like be rushing, unless you're running late, then we understand, but not rushing to start the day, but really waking up with enough time to be present, to be mindful, to meditate, to pray, or some of you may prefer to exercise first thing. So that's something that you can do as well. But you want to make sure that there's a practice that you have, even if you miss it a day or two in the week, right? Because nobody's perfect, but there's a practice in the morning that helps you to set the tone for the rest of your day. All right. And so it's not about perfection, but it's also, it's always about progression. Okay. So progressively growing in this area. And so you want to think about, what can I do or start to do to start my day off right? And also throughout the day, I want you to block out some time as well. So block out some time in the morning, however much that is for you, 10 minutes, 15, 30 minutes, even an hour if you can, right? But also throughout the days, there a time throughout the days, there an hour of break time, of lunch, just some quiet time, if you can possibly get away, if it's possible. We all have different situation. Some of us are parents, some of us are working from home, some of us are homeschool parents. There's just so much going on. But if you have an opportunity to lock in some time throughout the day, or even for your lunch break, something, just to unplug, maybe to read, maybe to pray, or just to be mindful, just to take a moment for yourself. You don't necessarily have to be extremely busy during that time. You just need a moment. Just need a moment for you. So that's the first thing we want to think about in terms of setting up ourselves for success in our minds, right? First thing is to block out time. The second thing is to do a brain dump. A brain dump. So many times we're walking around with all these thoughts, all these plans, all these what ifs, all these scenarios. And so I'm inviting you to do a brain dump. Get a piece of paper, or if you want to do paperless, get your memo section, right, in your phone. Whatever you need to do, free up your mind and get things out of your mind. Write them down. I still like to take notes, so I have a notebook, but if you would rather do paperless, go ahead and put it down in your phone, in your smartphone. Share your thoughts, get it out. Share your plans, write your to-do list, whatever it is, get it out. If you want to share your thoughts, your feelings, you can grab your journal and just start jotting down how you feel. But it's so important that you are dumping all of these things down somewhere and getting them out of your head. Don't live in your head, okay? Definitely strive not to do so. So once again, number one, we're blocking out time. And number two, we're doing a brain dump. Let me get this out of my mind. Let me write it down. Write down my to-do list. Write down the things that I need to get accomplished. Write down things as a reminder. Making note of something I need to get back to. Okay? Do a complete brain dump. And the very third thing that I want you to think about, and this doesn't apply to everyone, but if it applies to you, then this is for you, is to limit social media. Limit social media. That may be for some of you. If that convicted you, then I'm talking to you. If you know that maybe you spend too much time online on the social media apps and you just need a break, then I'm encouraging you to, number one, you can turn off your notifications, right? So you can turn off your notifications, meaning you are not notified every single time there is a comment, a like, a share. That may be distracting for you. So go ahead and turn those off if you feel like that's a distraction, because you want to eliminate your distractions and you want to be present throughout the day. Or you also, if you feel like you're really overwhelmed and maybe you check it too much, you just need to unplug because there's just too much information, right? Too much going on, too much coming at you at once, then you can even uninstall the apps. You're still signed up for the apps. You still have access to your account. You can still check everything. It's just not on your smartphone. If you feel that that's something you need to do, go for it. Even if it's not forever, even if it's for a short period of time, go for it. Uninstall the apps. Give yourself peace of mind, whatever that looks like. The most important thing is for you to be plugged in with yourself. Sometimes you have to unplug to reconnect. Okay, I'm going to say that again. Sometimes you have to unplug to reconnect. Unplug to all of the distractions to reconnect with yourself. And so if that is you, then go for it. Like I said, even if it's just for short term, couple hours, couple days, maybe a week, whatever you decide, whatever's necessary, the priority is to make sure that you're okay and that you are taking care of yourself from the inside out. So those are just 3 habits that you can keep or create to keep yourself mentally strong and focused throughout the day. But there's so many more. You might have some things that you already practice as well that is working for you. And if something's working for you, keep doing it. And if you're looking for some new things, then these are just 3 things that you can incorporate in your day. And so I wanted to make sure that I shared with you just some ways to take care of yourself mentally and not be completely overwhelmed with all of the information that we receive on a daily basis. It's a lot, but you get to control how you consume this. Okay, so take care of yourself, be well. And as always, I will see you very soon. I am a masterpiece, and so are you. Take care.